There we are.
Well, can I say good morning?
Yes.
Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching us.
Good morning, or good after, or Merry Christmas, whichever thing applies to you in this moment. Good morning, Nicole. With Charlie doing puzzles because he's smarter than all the rest of us.
Ted Knight did a funny bit on when he's playing Ted Baxter on the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Yeah.
He was reading exactly what was written on the teleprompter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It said, when good morning, say good morning.
Right.
When afternoon, say good afternoon. When evening, say good evening. I'm Ted Baxter with the news. That's how I feel right now.
And we say that.
Mm-hmm.
We keep Ted Baxter alive. Thank you, Frank. It's because I'm trying to be a person today. It is really, I am very much one of those people who looks significantly better with makeup on. But I am usually chasing a child and I do not have time. Plus she likes to wear the makeup that I have, which means that I have to battle her for it. But yes, we have an event at school today. And so that's why we're coming to you early, because she and I are going to head over there in a little bit. If anybody is in the Burbank area and would like to craft with children,
in the Burbank
that's
area.
it. Our school is having an open house and little craft fair. So I'm excited about that. I love our school. So yeah, that's what we're doing later. So we're grateful to those of you who are able to join us early. Nicole, you haven't seen it yet, but you will at some point. The way in which Daisy Hadfield will steal absolutely all of your makeup and then put it all over her face, which I'm okay with. But her father, unfortunately, deeply hates glitter, which he married me. So I don't know why.
I don't know if that's necessarily unfortunate.
Well, it's unfortunate because he married me and I'm usually covered in this stuff. And then now he has a daughter who also likes to be covered in this stuff. So I do feel that it's a bit late for him to decide that he doesn't like glitter. You know what I'm saying?
Victoria, you have a broken arm. I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't do that. You're at the West Hills ER. Oh, friend. Good grief. That's no good at all. I'm so sorry. I hope that the ER is treating you well and that they're nice, but what an unpleasant way to spend the day.
Your mother and I spend an inordinate amount of time watching kinescopes or videos of TV shows that aired in the 50s and 60s.
Yes.
And obviously the FCC, don't go there, the FCC was stricter then than it is today.
Yeah,
Let's say in certain areas.
Yes. Yes.
One of them was you could not say hello to your son or daughter on TV. That was considered not illegal exactly, but off base.
Why?
I don't know.
What's more family than greeting a child?
No.
Sorry.
That was a no.
B.
I had the experience of going on a network television show. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Tom Snyder Tomorrow Show.
Mm.
And then I was plugging my comedy team's book, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They said, "Oh, we don't show paperbacks on the air." What?
Well,
you accept hemorrhoid commercials, but you won't show a paperback book on the air?
I deeply wish that's what you said in the moment, though I know you couldn't have. But how good would that have been? Wait a second. That hemorrhoid cream is fine, but my book is no good. I like that. I do like that.
That was actually cited to me as a regulation.
It's pretty. It's at least it's a good story.
It is.
At least it's a good story.
It gave me that.
Well, the other thing you could have done, of course, was just stick some cardboard on it and say that it's a hardcover.
Well, that's
so. Wait, were hardcovers allowed?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I'm not going to try to unpack it because I don't understand.
There was a time when there was a snobbery. Well, paperbacks, when they first came on the market, in the wake of World War II, late 40s, a lot of them had a lot of lurid cover art. Mickey Spillane was a best-selling author then. Yeah. And he wrote crime stories, a lot of sex in them.
Okay.
And so the illustrators, showed women with cleavage.
I got it.
And all that stuff.
I got it, yeah.
So they gained a reputation as being sort of disreputable. And it took many years to erase that stigma. But then when books like Valley of the Dolls or The Godfather by Mario Puzo sold gazillions of copies in paperback. I think.
Do I bring up the fact that the Bible has almost always been not the ones you see for the most part tend to be softer?
No. But Bibles you see in motel room drawers.
Is that where you see all your Bibles?
Is that where you make your
No, all my friends who went to Bible study, because oddly enough, I had a number of them. Their books were always soft.
But it's your generation,
yeah,
and maybe the one just before you,
yeah,
that erased that stigma.
Well,
and in fact, they did a survey some years ago that most younger book buyers preferred paperback.
Sorry. Hello from Eric Grayson. Stuck here because my clutch is out. Glad to see you live. I'm sorry that a number of you are here because you can't help it, but it's lovely to be with you. Good afternoon, Maltins. It's 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Upper West Side. A lovely place to be. Victoria says, "Have you seen The Gilded Age?" Yes, my parents have watched every episode. I watched the first season and liked it. And in the second season, I couldn't tell anyone apart anymore. And I really couldn't keep track of who was who, because to me, they all looked the same.
Nathan Lane had the elaborate waxed mustache and goatee. You couldn't tell him apart from Carrie Coon?
My thing was the women. I couldn't tell any of the women apart. It was awful. I just couldn't keep up with it. Jesse and Leonard, I just saw the Sound of Music 60th anniversary screening at the AMC Burbank 16 Theater, and the 4K print of the film looks amazing.
Great.
I'm so glad you got to see it. I'm jealous you got to see it. Larry Gassman, there you go. That's one of the ones my dad got to introduce, which we were very excited about, very happy about. And it's just great to, all these movies that they bring to a big screen.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful opportunity to get to go and see them with your friends or your family or anybody that you want to introduce to the movie. To any of these movies.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing to get to see them this way because it's how they're meant to be seen. And hopefully, because the people going want to see them, you will have fewer phones out, is what I tell myself.
Yes,
Bruce says, "Greetings from Burbank." As I say, my daughter goes to school in Burbank, and many of her friends live in Burbank. And so now one of the things she says to me almost daily is, "Mommy, can we move to Burbank?" And I go, "I don't know that any small child has ever gone, Mommy, can we move to Burbank?" But we do love it. If you have get out Zoom link is what Larry's texting or leaving a message or some such thing. So he's asking about that.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
I made a promise to a nice fellow named Walden Hughes, who works for Yesterday USA, which is I think the only 24-hour old time radio. Maybe Sirius XM has a old time radio channel too, but Yesterday USA specializes in what we call old time radio shows from the 30s, 40s, and 50s primarily. And if you're a movie buff and you like Turner Classic Movies and things like that, and you don't listen to old time radio, you're missing out on a wonderful medium, period, and a medium that gave opportunities to a lot of great movie stars.
Yeah.
Some of them took to it like a duck to water. Jimmy Stewart, Edward G. Robinson, so many others that could go back and forth without. And
the Gassman twins.
Yes.
The brothers Gassman. They have had a radio show for
decades.
I was on it as a kid. I was on it as a little kid. So it's a while now. And is it their anniversary or their birthdays?
I don't remember, but I promised to. They're having an audio convention,
yes,
like a virtual convention.
They're blind. The brothers are blind, and have pulled some of the funniest pranks I've ever seen in my life. I forget what event we were at where the two of them entered from opposite sides. Do you have any memory of this? They entered from opposite sides of the room and pretended not to be able to find each other or the stage. And brilliant. They were also the first ones to show me, they had watches that were Braille. And you lifted up the glass that was on top, and they'd feel and they'd know what time it was, which again, as a kid, was like the coolest thing I'd ever heard in my life.
Anyway, I agreed to do a live greeting to them. And that's one of the reasons we're juggling our time period here.
Yes.
But they're worth it.
Yeah.
And when she was 10, when you were 10 years old, I put you on, it was the KPPC, the Pasadena Public Radio Station here in California. And we played an excerpt or maybe the entire show of a Dr. Kildare program with Lou Ayres and Lionel Barrymore. And the supporting actor on that episode was a voice I thought you would know. I really thought you would know it.
And I did.
And I put you on the spot live on the radio. And she said, Jack Webb? I said, yes.
And then he let me live. I got it right. And he said, you can stay in the family. No, it is funny. Those sorts of things. There were a number of times where you would sort of be like, come on, dance monkey. And generally it worked. So I'm pleased for that, at least. I did a Marion Davies. It's just a facial impression because of a movie that she's in where she does this very funny. I can't anymore. It's like this weird lip thing.
No, that's the name of the movie.
Oh, show people. Sorry. I'm like, I'm trying. I can't do it. It's a silly face. Yeah. And then you'd also have me do it with Buster Keaton. Yeah, we put the Buster Keaton hat on and do the stone face. This was my life. What can I tell you? Did you see the documentary about Leah? Is it Riefenstahl?
Leni Riefenstahl.
Riefenstahl.
Yes.
Okay.
The notorious woman who made for Hitler and for Goebbels the Triumph of the Will, a masterpiece of staging and editing that unfortunately was for the Nazi cause. Mm. She lived a long, long life. And we even invited to Telluride one year, which caused tremendous dissent and blowback. And she eventually wrote and published an autobiography in which she claims innocence. Mm. She was doing what they ordered her to do, and Yeah.
I watched an interesting documentary this morning that's newish, and it's called "Tell Them You Love Me," and I share this only because it is. Obviously, one of the most sort of fun things, right, is finding a movie, finding a documentary, and knowing nothing. So I knew nothing, and it just looked like it could be. So I clicked and watched, and it's about a woman who worked with disabled students to help them express themselves, because it was felt that a number of people who were considered incapable of doing anything really just needed assistance to be able to do things. So they couldn't speak, but maybe they could type if you helped them move their arm, things like that. And so this woman, this teacher, spent a lot of time with this student who she believed was brilliant, though he was, and I'm going to use this word because that was what he was mentally retarded, is what he was diagnosed with as a child. Obviously, we don't use that word anymore, but that's what they said. And she believed with a lot of these people, and they found it to be true. A number of the students just needed someone to help them do something, and then they were able to express themselves, and suddenly the world opened to them because they couldn't speak or they couldn't write, and now they had a way of doing it. And of course, nowadays there's so much technology that allows people to do all kinds of things, whether it's typing with, you look at a screen, you've seen these, it's really phenomenal. Basically, the teacher falls in love with the student. And the question is he really capable of any of these things, or was she taking advantage of him? And so it is interesting. And it kind of ends to me with a bit of, she ends up going to jail, but it's a conversation of, could he be doing what he was doing? Did she help him too much? Was it, so just very interesting. And say the whole story is there, so none of it is a surprise, but fascinating. And I was texting with Josh, as I usually am, my friend, both of his parents are teachers, and he has so many stories. And that it is fascinating when things are not necessarily cut and dry.
Yeah. Which is what life is like.
Yeah. Yeah. Because even in the end, I still don't know. Watching the whole thing, I'm still not sure which is true. I still don't know if he really couldn't do any of it, or if she was helping too much, or he could. I don't know. You have had now 3 weeks of classes at USC.
Yes.
And you've had a unique situation because for 2 weeks in a row, you have had writer, director, stars.
Yep.
One person.
Yep.
So last week you showed Twinless,
yep.
which did really well at Sundance. And yes, we will get to Robert Redford, of course. And liked but didn't love.
Yeah, I did. The students liked it more than I did.
Yeah.
And then I had Eva Victor
this week, yeah,
with Sorry Baby, which also won the Waldo Salt Screenwriting Award at Sundance, and a very, very personal, individual, deliberately quirky movie, and which I think the students really liked, based on their response and their response to her
and you
and the questions. I liked it too.
Okay.
It's a one-off. It's kind of one of a kind. But how did how did they get the wherewithal to make this movie, this modest movie? She became friends with Barry Jenkins on Instagram.
This is one of those difficult. So Eva Victor uses the pronouns they, them. And one of the toughest things for us is that because the grammar throws you, and so you have to, it's they. And one of my friends said, just pretend it's two people. I said, there you go. Got in touch with Barry Jenkins, who we know is amazing. He's an incredible man.
The fellow has an Academy Award. He's kind of an avatar of indie films.
Yeah.
Who has an Academy Award.
And then and now he and his wife are like the king and queen of indie land.
Yeah.
It's very, we love them. And they had a baby. I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a dad now. Barry is amazing, and he really walks the walk, talks the talk, does so much to try and help because he is someone that has succeeded. He really puts in the effort.
He did not like the first screenplay that she sent him. After they developed a rapport and a relationship, on social media.
Yeah.
She submitted a script to him, and he didn't spark to it. But then she made some shorts, and then she wrote the script for this one, Sorry Baby. And he opened the door to her as a producer to get financing to make the film. But she did something you won't find in the handbooks in order to secure two actors in the movie. Lucas Hedges, very talented young fellow, and one of our favorite
whose father is Peter Hedges, writer director,
and John Carroll Lynch,
who we love,
character actor,
director,
filmmaker, artist. She wrote personal letters to both of them. She didn't call their agents, which would be the protocol thing to do.
I know.
They subverted the system and went directly to the artist, who, of course, responded immediately and said, yes, I want to do this with you. I love stories like that.
Who doesn't? Well, and especially because we do know it. Look, we have this sometimes. We'll be speaking to someone that we're a fan of, and we'll say, hey, could we get you on our podcast? And whenever they say, sure, here's my publicist, or email this agent, whatever, it's always like, oh, God. And it's not their fault, because they're right. That's not their job to figure out the schedule to do all of that. But it always means it's going to take about 12 years longer to get them. Or in some cases, never, because it's too
Some
tough.
publicists are obstructionists.
They are.
That sounds like a contradiction, and it is a contradiction.
Managers too.
Yeah.
Managers too, agents too sometimes. And you go, but they said no. So it happens. It is what it is. But yes, grateful every now and then where they go, here's my direct contact. And you're like, thank you for that. We appreciate it. Makes it so much faster.
With the assumption
that
we're not going to abuse that.
No, of course not. Yeah. I mean, I sell their numbers, but that's not abuse. It's totally different. So two big things happened last week. The first is that it was my mother's birthday. Friday was my mother's birthday. And that is a national holiday here and a very big deal. And my dad did a very good job of celebrating her, did a very good job. We got ice cream, cake. We did all the things. She got to be with a bunch of her friends, which made her very happy. And, a happy Alice is a happy everybody else. So it's a good day. And the sad part, of course, is that Robert Redford passed away.
Yeah.
Now, you wrote, I think, a really great piece. You can go to leonardmaltin.com and read it. I love what you wrote about some of your experiences. But if you want the story that I think possibly the first thing that pops into mind, because it was no other. So I forget if it was a call or an email. Leonard, do you want to host a conversation at Sundance with Robert Redford and George Lucas? And of course he said, no, why would I want that? And he said, yes, and went running. And we're like, whatever this is, yes. Whatever this is going to be, yes. So we go to Sundance. This was, I believe, 2015.
In Park City, Utah.
And we're led into a restaurant, actually, and taken upstairs because that was what they were, for whatever reason, that's what they were using as the holding space.
And I asked George if he would sign.
Well, no. So I had brought with me, I never ask for signatures. I rarely ask for photos. I'll take pictures of my dad with somebody, but I very rarely ask for a picture myself. And I've never asked for autographs. My husband, who at the time was still my boyfriend,
right?
I was like, do you think it would be okay if I brought this poster and asked George Lucas to sign it for Scott? And he did. And may the force be with you, George Lucas. And I was like, haha. Is that why we ended up getting married later that year? Maybe, maybe not. Couldn't have hurt.
Who can say?
And he couldn't have been more gracious about it. But we go upstairs to this space, and it's us and George Lucas and Robert Redford.
And their families.
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't remember. We were upstairs in that restaurant, just the four of us. That's why I have those pictures. It was just the four of us. I don't know why we were upstairs in that restaurant first. They didn't bring us food, but we were upstairs there. Then later they took us down to the Egyptian.
Oh, okay.
Or not the Egyptian. Yeah. Was it? Yeah. But no, that was the whole thing, is we were upstairs in that room for an hour and a half. I don't know why, but we were. And it was just the four of us. And I was just sitting there listening to them having a conversation. My dad obviously knows both and has had.
It's not obvious, but I do know both.
Well, I say it because you've done a lot. Anyway,
yeah.
The three of them were talking. They've known each other a long time. And they were talking. And it was unreal. Then we get taken downstairs to the green room where they're actually going to be speaking. And that's where we saw George Lucas's wife and the publicists and everybody else.
George Lucas's wife, Melanie Hobson, a woman of distinction in her own right before she became Mrs. George Lucas, which I doubt anyone calls her that.
No, not if they want to live.
She was already on the Sundance board.
Yeah, no, she's amazing. And she was showing me pictures. They had just had a baby daughter, and she was showing me pictures of George with their baby daughter, with matching bedhead, things that I just thought, no one will ever believe I've seen these. It was the most relaxed, truly incredible experience to sit with all of them. And then it's time, okay, we're going to do photos in front of the step and repeat, which is where you get, it's the big poster with all of the logos on it for the various sponsors. They take their pictures, and then they're going to go on stage. And I'm thinking, if what has gone on for the last 2 hours is anything like what's going to be on, people are going to be blown away. And so I go out to the audience and I sit.
We're laughing together. I mean, it's just
the most relaxed,
high spirits.
No. And the thing about George is he's quite shy. He doesn't really like being on stage, and he doesn't really like being interviewed. And we know that. But watching him, I've always said the calmest and happiest I've ever seen him is with his kids. If you want to see him happy, see him with his kids. My dad taught his daughter. She went to USC.
Yep.
And the first time I saw George with Katie was the first time I think I saw him comfortably smile. Like actually relaxed smile. So seeing all of that, I was just so excited. And then the interview starts and they go on stage. Would you like to share how that went for you?
Poorly.
Mm-hmm.
They never addressed each other.
It was the weirdest.
I, as the interlocutor, I would toss out a question, and one of them would start to answer and then go into a speech, not acknowledging the other one.
They never talked to each other. They never talked to each other. My dad was on one side. The two of them were on the other side. And I don't even think they even looked at each other. And it was the weirdest. And suddenly George went into this kind of sassy mood where he was being a little bit prickly in answers. And then
because he beat the Hollywood system.
Yeah.
And he's very proud of that.
Yeah. And then Robert Redford was like waxing poetic to a point that was like, what the hell is he talking about? And I'm sitting there and my dad can't see me, but I'm just going, what the hell is going on? And literally the two of them never spoke to each other the entire time they were on the stage. They had good stories, of course. It was fine. Twitter was becoming quite a thing at that point, and I had it open on my phone, and I was reading the tweets. People were tweeting, going, what the hell is going? What are they talking about? It was just the most surreal experience. And then it ended, and I go backstage. The two of them are whisked away, so I didn't see them again. They're gone. And I'm just looking at my dad like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
What just happened? It just the strangest. There were no words. It was the strangest thing. I'm so grateful we had a once in a lifetime
truly
situation to be with all of them. And also, what the hell happened? We will never know.
No.
We will never know. So that's, I think, the most memorable, because it was truly what in the hell is going on? Did you see the new, yes, you saw the new Paul Thomas Anderson film.
Which opens, I believe, this coming Friday. Mm-hmm. And I'm not supposed to review it yet.
But what do I always say? If you like it, they don't care if you talk about it early.
I think it's a great movie.
There you go.
This is one battle after another with Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, and Benicio del Toro, and a lot of other people. It's so good. And it's 3 hours long, but you don't feel it. That's all I'll say now.
Yeah.
But it's a film to look forward to.
Has not seen the new Spinal Tap.
No.
Have not seen the new Spinal Tap yet.
Or the new Freaky Friday, which I missed.
Probably never
During
see.
my convalescence,
we'll probably never see.
Yeah.
Have you guys caught Somebody Somewhere?
Love it.
Interesting. My parents, pardon me, love it and love Bridget. Love. She's one where I have been emailing for 2 years. I'm determined to get her on our show at some point. But you love her and you love it. And most importantly to me, she's a fan of my dad's. So really, I think the woman can do no wrong. But yeah, you guys really enjoy that show.
We did, and we're sorry to see it go.
Yeah. What were you saying that you've been watching?
Sonic?
No. Fisk?
Oh, Fisk.
Fisk.
From Down Under.
Yes.
Which is written by its star, Kitty Flanagan, who's a stand-up comic and a very good one. I've looked at some of her old specials, which are on YouTube. And she plays, it's kind of deadpan humor.
Mm-hmm.
And she works for an small eccentric law office in Melbourne. It just hits my funny bone.
Mm.
She's very funny, very dryly funny. So I recommend that. They just dropped season 3, which I didn't know there was going to be a season 3.
There you go.
So that was a nice present we got this week.
More to enjoy. I just started watching Task, which is 2 episodes in. Mark Ruffalo and a bunch of really good Irish and British actors all playing Pennsylvania, like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. The accents are dead on. Like you can tell they worked, but it's a number of really talented actors and actresses, not American, minus Mark Ruffalo and Pelfrey. What's his first name? Don't remember. And so far, it's really interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. But I did laugh because there's 3 young actresses in it. Let me get their names right. I say Irish and English. And I just laughed that there they are doing that very specific accent. Tom Pelphrey is his name. So with Mark Ruffalo and Tom Pelphrey, the 2 leads. But then it's Emilia Jones, who was in the Marlee Matlin movie that won everything.
Oh, Coda.
Coda. She was the lead in that.
Right.
English. And then Alison Oliver, who I like very much, who's Irish. And there's another one in there somewhere. It's just, it's just funny to hear them doing these very specific accents and then laughing and realizing that Phoebe Fox is the other one that I like so much. Martha Plimpton's in it too. She's always so good. Martha Plimpton, what a career.
Yeah.
What an interesting person. And the story she must have. And she does talk about River Phoenix, which I think is nice. She does still sometimes bring that up, which I appreciate.
We just watched River Phoenix last night. We watched Sneakers.
Oh, yeah?
The early 90s film with Robert Redford and Sidney Poitier and Ben Kingsley and James. I'm forgetting people. David Strathairn.
Yeah.
And Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
And Mary McDonnell. I think I got everybody.
I think you got everybody.
Yeah. And it's just as I remember it, it starts off really fun, lighthearted, and then gets serious, and then gets a little bogged down in the details. But what comes through intact, Robert Redford's incredible screen charisma. And playing a not exactly a comedic role, but again,
something different
for him. And he could do it, and he did do it.
Isn't that amazing? Speaking of Fisk, I've located the exact spot where Jack Fisk built the mansion in Days of Heaven.
Oh my.
And where did you find it? Carol, Adolescence. Did you ever watch it? Did you get to watch Adolescence?
No, I didn't get to see it.
I think Mommy did.
Yes, she did.
Man, that was good. That was one where I had just happened to turn on Netflix, saw it pop up, love Stephen Graham and all the other people in the cast, and was like, yes, I'm going to watch this. And then binged before anybody had talked about anything. And I am always grateful when those moments happen, because it means that there's nothing. It's like Baby Reindeer. I had that with Baby Reindeer, where I just turned on the TV. Nobody had talked about it yet. No interviews, didn't know anything. Watch it. So with Adolescence, part of what was nice is I didn't even realize it was one take. I didn't realize that was happening because I wasn't thinking about it, because it's so good. My thought was not, oh, look, it's one shot that they're doing these things in. That's it. None of that registered, which I think says a lot about it, that once you know it, you go, oh, wow, that's amazing that they were able to do X, Y, Z. But it's not the most impressive part of the show. The acting and the story is what's amazing. And the fact that they chose to shoot it in this way, that takes it to another level. It's so good. It's just so good. And I'm really pleased that it's getting the attention that I think it deserves.
Major attention.
Also, in true British fashion, it was only 4 episodes. They tend to keep things short, and many times they're smart for that. End it,
Just read a piece yesterday about Fawlty Towers.
Yeah.
Which only made 12 episodes.
Yeah.
12 episodes.
And will never die.
It's in its 10th year as a stage piece in the West End.
Yeah.
And there are other productions elsewhere.
I've seen it multiple times in Edinburgh at Fringe, done in different ways, once in a restaurant. And no, they're generally quite smart, even though you may want more. They're smart about sort of ending when they need to.
Well, there's an old show business expression.
Leave them wanting more.
Leave them wanting more.
And with reason, because then you're not going, oh, is this still happening? Are we murdering this to death? Which we know happens a lot. And I get that too, because if something's a success, they don't want to let it go. Nobody wants to, not the actors or anybody else involved. You want to keep going. But it's tricky. I think it's really tricky. So Carol, you liked it too. I'm so glad. Camden says, I just got your great movie comedy teams book. There are advertisements for cigarettes in the book. Was advertising commonplace in movie books at this time?
No, and boy, was I annoyed. Not the least because I didn't see any revenue.
Rude.
I mean,
Rude.
first a matter of ethics and morality and all that, and then a matter of money.
And then a matter of how dare you, where's my cut? God, that's funny. I didn't know that. I did not know that. You have taught me something, Camden. I'm looking forward to Megadog because documentaries about movie failures are Megadoc. Yes. Yeah. Failures are always so fascinating.
Mike Figgis made this film.
We have brought up to so many people Lost in La Mancha, and we've talked about it here before. It is, and I give Terry Gilliam a lot of credit because he could have, and nobody would have been surprised if he had said, stop. We can't. No, I don't want this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it was his long time dream to make a film of Don Quixote. Don Quixote.
And he almost had financing, fell through, finally got it on its feet with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
And with
it was a famous French actor playing
Jean-Pierre Cassel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Playing Sancho Panza.
Relation?
Yeah, father.
Oh, I didn't.
Vincent Cassel.
I did not know that.
And
makes sense though.
Yeah,
looks like him. Did not realize.
Just
everything goes wrong.
Every
single thing that can possibly goes wrong. Everything. The one I always give away because it makes me laugh, not at the person, but this actor playing Don Quixote got cancer, and it was man cancer. He got cancer and couldn't sit on a horse, which is a big part of the thing that Don Quixote did, and he couldn't. So yeah, everything about. But it's a fantastic documentary in general and fascinating.
And Gilliam doesn't embarrass himself.
No, not at all. But it's just, I say he would have every right to say, I don't want this. I
don't want this made public.
Yeah. That everything fell apart. I don't want that. And yeah, it's really, really incredible. And I'm always impressed, as I say, with somebody who's willing to, go, yeah, all right, here we are.
Yep.
Might's well. And he even did Q&As with the film.
Yeah.
They brought it to Telluride. Like he went out with it. And we did, we got to interview him on our show, which was an incredible experience. We didn't know what to expect with him. And he was really
we had a great conversation,
open and just wonderful. So yeah, that I was really, really pleased. Woody Allen's First comes out this week. He's doing interviews and podcasts to promote it. It has been fun seeing him again. I don't read much contemporary fiction, but this book is a must. There you go. We actually interviewed him. It's 2 years ago or something. I don't even remember anymore.
Yeah, I think so.
2 years ago. My dad grew up with Woody Allen as one of his heroes. And
I mean, I was a fan from the time he was a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
And would turn up on mainstream TV shows.
Yeah.
He was not a art house darling or anything like that. He was a straight down the middle comedian.
He meant a lot to you.
Yep. Still does.
And still does. Yeah. Yes. Woody Allen's first novel.
And to listen to him read his autobiography.
Can't even imagine.
Oh, it's just great.
Yeah. And again, look, this is where it will always come to something. If you can't watch him or can't listen to him or any of that, that is completely okay. But I always feel really strongly that you shouldn't take something away from other people. So, look, I love Michael Jackson's music. I have loved it since I was a kid. I was obsessed with him as a kid, truly obsessed with him as a kid.
He was your guy.
I loved him. I had posters of him in my room. Loved him. Now it's harder, but I don't want to give up that music. I love it. And I still listen to it all the time. If somebody else can't listen to it, that's totally okay. And that is for them to decide. But I feel really strongly that it should be your decision and nobody gets to tell you.
Yeah. Stephen Fry did a video piece.
Yeah.
Is it okay for me to like Wagner?
Yes. Yeah. Again, it's up to you. And don't let anybody bully you. Quite honestly, don't let anybody bully you. Actually, I don't remember if we talked about what did you watch was it about the Ed Sullivan Show or was it about Ed Sullivan?
Yeah. It's about both.
Okay.
And it's called Sunday Best.
Okay.
Sunday Best. I believe it's on Netflix. And it's a very interesting take on Ed Sullivan personally, which I didn't know a lot about. He was a columnist, Broadway columnist, before he got plucked out of that realm and put on TV awkwardly, which he admits. But this is about how he really was a trailblazer for during the civil rights era, before the civil rights era, in promoting Black entertainers and giving them a spot on his show and treating them as human beings.
And but part of, and I bring this up because thank you, Mabel. One of the things that we talked about is exactly this. He put people on the show that if folks were in the audience, they may have booed, they may have done whatever because they didn't accept that there was a Black person there. But in the privacy of their own homes, they would watch.
Yeah.
Because in that moment, you don't have to be tough. You don't have to prove anything to anybody.
You're not making a public statement.
Yeah. If you're in your own
implicitly
home,
or explicitly,
you could watch and you could enjoy it. And then the next day, pretend to be very upset. But in that moment.
And now I see by the clock on the
yes.
wall.
Jonathan says, Jesse, what's your I'm going to answer this because I think it's important. What is your favorite single from Michael Jackson? Thriller, Bad, or Beat It? None of those. I think Rock With You is one of the greatest songs he ever did. I do love Black or White, I think is a really, really great song of his. You Are Not Alone is a really, really good song of his. And Man in the Mirror, obviously. That's like, doesn't get much better.
Sorry to be abrupt and saying goodbye.
Yes, he's going to join something else now and abandon us all. And I'm going to go play with kids. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I'm sorry we had to do it early. We'll see what happens with Daisy's school. Being a mom, man, woof. We're so happy to be with you. Yes, Smooth Criminal, so many good songs.
Come back next week.
We will be back next week, normal time, same bat channel, same everything.
Right.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Be kind.
Be kind.